Thankfully, the just ended election did not witness issues of missing names, misplacement of polling stations, among others. Indeed, we hardly experienced any issues of missing names during the just ended election. Again, as a country, we can be proud of the fact that for the first time in the history of this country, the election was funded without reliance on monetary assistance from external sources. I can assure you, however, dear citizens, that we put your resources to prudent use. Furthermore, as a country, we can be proud of the fact that more than 95% of our procurement for the 2020 election was done through an open, competitive tendering process, as opposed to sole sourcing and restricted tendering, as was the case in the past. This no doubt ensured value for money in all our processes. At the right time, the Commission will share its report on its procurement processes and savings made to date. As a country, we can also be proud of the fact that for the first time in our history, all our processes from registration to election day were laid bare to the citizenry. Through the Let the Citizen Know initiative, we provided every citizen who cared to know relevant, timely information on all our processes. Today, citizens have access to information on the number of registrants on the voters' roll, the number of registered male and female voters, the number of youth, the number of first-time voters, and the number of persons with disabilities who are on the electoral roll. In addition, today we can all be proud that as Ghanaians we went to the polls and cast our votes peacefully. We can be proud that the technology deployed on election day worked efficiently and effectively. Voters all over the country have testified to the pleasant and seamless experiences at their respective polling stations. We must be proud that it took, in many instances, some 3 to 5 minutes for the average voter to be verified and to vote. We must be proud that the usual hustle and struggle at polling stations, the long queues, and the overcrowding were all absent. We must be proud that in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic, we all went to the polls with our safety guaranteed as a result of the stringent safety protocols employed by the Commission. And to crown it all, we must be proud of the fact that we have been able to declare the results some 48 hours after the election day. With hard work, focus, determination, and above all, God's help, we can do all things. Yes, we can. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is important to emphasize that we have achieved our successes as a result of the collective efforts of the entire team. And here I'm referring to our commission members, our directors, our regional directors, our deputy directors, our deputy regional directors, our district electoral officers, our administrative works and mechanical staff. We have all worked round the clock to achieve our goals. To all our team members, I say Aiko, I salute you all. We certainly could not have succeeded without you, and I commend you all highly. To the dear citizens of our country, we thank you for believing in us and for walking this journey with us. Your constructive feedback has helped strengthen our processes and our work and has left us in a much better place than when we started. To our media partners, we say thank you. You have been our gateway to the citizenry and have helped bring the Commission to the doorstep of citizens. We could not have achieved our mandate without you, and we are grateful for your partnership over the last few months. To the civil society organizations that have believed in us and shared recommendations from well-thought-out research and analysis, we acknowledge and commend you highly, and we say thank you. We also thank our election observers, both local and international, for their interest in ensuring that the whole electoral process was transparent, fair, and credible. We commend highly the international observers who have traveled all the way to Ghana in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic to observe our elections. Your feedback so far has been constructive, and we look forward to receiving your full reports. We have no doubt that your reports would help strengthen our work and our processes. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the election was conducted in 38,622 polling stations across the country and in 275 constituencies. I'll now turn my attention to the reason why we are here. At the end of a transparent, fair, orderly, and timely and peaceful presidential election, the total number of valid votes cast was 13,434,574, representing 79% of the total registered voters. Permit me to present the results in the order of appearance on the 2020 presidential ballot. At the end of the polls, Nana Addo of the New Patriotic Party obtained 6,730,413 votes, being 51.595% of the total valid votes cast. John Dramani Mahama of the National Democratic Congress obtained 6,214,889 votes, being 47.366% of the total valid votes cast. Christian Kwame Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement obtained 105,565 votes, being 0.805% of the total valid votes cast. Iva Kobna Greenstreet of the Convention's People's Party obtained 12,215 votes, being 0.093% of the total valid votes cast. Madam Ekuya Donko of the Ghana Freedom Party obtained 5,575 votes, being 0.042% of the total valid votes cast. Henry Herbert Latte of the Great Consolidated Popular Party obtained 3,574, being 0.027% of the total valid votes cast. Hassan Ayariga of the All People's Party obtained 7,140, being 0.054% of the total valid votes cast. Percival Kofi Apalu of the Liberal Party of Ghana obtained 7,690 votes, being 0.059% of the total valid votes cast. David Asibi Apesara of the People's National Convention obtained 10,887, being 0.083% of the total valid votes cast. Bridget Akosua Jigbonuku of the Progressive People's Party obtained 6,848 votes, being 0.052% of the total valid votes cast. Nana Kunedu Ajeman Rawlings of the National Democratic Party obtained 6,612 votes, being 0.050% of the total valid votes cast. Alfred Kwame Isiedu Walker, independent candidate, obtained 9,703 votes, being 0.074% of the total valid votes cast. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, currently the election results we have declared exclude that of the Techiman South constituency, which has a total voter population of 128,018. 128,018. The said election results are not ready because they are being contested. As such, collation has not been completed. It is important to note, however, that the difference between the total number of votes between the first and second candidates is 515,524 votes. As a result, if we were to add the 128,018 full results to the results of the second candidate, it would not change the outcome of the election. Hence, our declaration of the 2020 presidential results without that of Techiman South. Indeed, if you were to add the entire results or collate all the results from the Techiman South constituency and add that to the percentage and the votes of the second candidate, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, he would obtain 47.873% of the total votes cast. And Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo would obtain 50.8% of the total votes cast. It is on that basis that we say that the outcome of the election would not change. Hence, our declaration of the 2020 presidential results without that of Techiman South. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on the basis of the foregoing election results, and by the power vested in me as the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Ghana and the returning officer of the presidential election, it is my duty and honor to declare Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. Let peace reign. Thank you.
Right, so the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Madam Jemesa, just announced President Akufo-Addo as the winner of this year's presidential election. And so, Akufo-Addo, flag bearer of the governing NPP, is the president-elect as far as the 2020 presidential election is concerned. And we have the presence of some political parties here. I've seen the General Secretary of the governing NPP, John Boedu, present. But it is important to note that we don't have any NDC rep at the ECC conference room.
our circle. We share from go how many Japan say easy. I declare Addo the president elect. We declare no say ono and abedi president Ghana. Now we share jubilation eko ha say as when you so catch so kaya I am multimedia the two equally election.
Then, as we heard the Electoral Commission chairperson say, they are waiting to collate the results of 30-man South. But even if they add all of it to it, it will have no influence on the outcome of what was just announced by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. So we are all getting ready.
Mameni omundi agro na me share the circular. Nana sia EC chair declare as a president. And I did and moment for a year circular
because formally and officially the chairperson of the Electoral Commission acceptance speech.
The perimeter. Please. resolve to make sure that at least the vision, of the late president through, his spouse, continues to be the driving force of the Fourth Republic.
Right. Thank you very much. Now, I must say that the political parties here present are signing the declaration of presidential election result. And it is important to note that the NDC rep are not here to sign. I have seen the NPP sign. I've seen the Ghana Freedom Party, the LPG, CPP, PNC, and the other party all appending their signature to the declaration form. That's the declaration of presidential election result national summary sheet. And so it is important to note that just as the Electoral Commission was wrapping up with the figures with regards to the presidential election, the two reps for the NDC who had been in the National Coalition Center, that is Rojo Metsununu, and also Dr. Michael Pesawite, exited the National Coalition Center shortly after the Electoral Commission moved to the conference center to declare Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as the president, the winner of this year's election. Now, the PNC is here. Just a word from you. You satisfied with the process?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
Yeah, I'm very
happy with the vote
you
you secured?
Oh, yes.
Election?
No, well, after the vote, we need to do more work. But as we come to the declaration of the results and those things, I can see this is they're fantastic as compared to the previous election that we had. There were no long queue. 3 minutes, people can cast their vote and go. I don't see anything wrong. Everything was wrong.
Yes, I'm a Munina Kwaba about Addo TV. So, in chair, you call Electoral Commission Head Office, and the chairperson of the commission at the declaration of the presidential results, 82, Ono, and Emremuno, or the sole returning officer for the presidential elections. And to declare candidates Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo of the NPP as president-elect of the 2020 general elections. And numbers for the two, the multimedia group, election headquarters projections are and sheda are more abra. Yebeko Electoral Commission office before the declaration na nipa kwako bodom pem ewo office ho but ene so hwe drone shot ewo TV so mo amohwe wa Adom TV na utimo se nipa no hwete na wo hwete kweku owusu pepra ewo Electoral Commission offices here in Accra. Kweku akwa ba Adom TV so na utimenka fantastic. From drone shot aye hu na say nipa ebebo odompim ni nyina yera fi oko
obi asem no enikan ye pa na de ekosi ye ne say and ebeka be sima edu na electoral commissioner ede na no se ditem na beto abonten no na abrante bi begina pampim so ebeka sa kire amanfo ahia wa ha se ne say omuntie de obame ne beka bia se wa ma Don Dramani Mahama anya president or my smudia omuntie obeka bia na omubetu agwabonten ye dede na omuntie de so ya ni anase post ni bia beye ewo sa oman Ghana imu ha sei na afa kwa na omu ano beye den na omatu asi abonten na omne obi biara obes gina omu movement no ano no omne na di asie yie na okasa wie ya na mami starte se ehye se o de na no disem ne beto abonten okeka ne nyina wie de ni ka omu ne se odu se oka na nado se ga ne wie no na odane na no beka ompanyina da Dramani Mahama so de no okan NDC de no na omanfo ni nyina boje so se de ompanyina da Dramani Mahama na awe ne omire da na anojo ye wie ma me to aso na edru ba bia ode tu japreko pese tumia omanga na de ahye ne nsa enam constitution so no ode di pese se abato eto ye ne ayi na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo se omampanyi no na speakers awari nyina no mrante no omudum no na ha ye din afe ase ya tonsuo bi agu nipa no so di bote ena omuye din saa omuje gina ho saa na omusa bi afide ni biem na amene kasa da obi ase na afe gina saa na ba kwa fa akire menu afa akire edu no mo ko no afe de enwuma mu de ti so a menim say lucky be enwuma o twan yo o say one love one heart let's get together and Obi wa betimi de ato aso
feel all right
na ni kakeke ndi zawe growth na kakran o manfo no mbesi aze ni de wo mu nyina ato apensema mana ka nipa bese sami ha mani aduonu bi pe o mu ne sentrofo a o mu bese o mu ti o masam no kasa asorujafo e ba ase du to abrane ene de dispress brains wo shegu nkofo su ba nyina no omo da so gina say asa lifestyle minim so mo hwe say bia nkofo no be sa be da o mani aba bia mu a enti ade e bako asofo na so gina say na omo ana mpanyefo a mo tie abato ni mu nsam no omo do mo hyan abepie afrifi say no mu koma sa so pe be so na nipa mo ba ya say e di tamammo ene edin ye kora ko mo bure kakra omo nyina ekọ di ba sa mo de ba e makọ foforo ni nyina ebi ekọ se ne obi mu drone shot ni mu no enti obi asama asi ase ne de tani si sa ase no na obi gen se e ya de hu bi na ebesie nenzo so ekire no omo se one low
kwaku owusu pepra kwaku ma ye nase bibia ne ye bese aba ho bio why great it kwaku owusu pepra na moten nka no drone shot no still on your screen so be hu asodafo a ato santene ejina electoral commission office enim ho airbo office na ho by and the good news ne say nipa ebe board on pimo ho airco no omo de nwum to dedeye nsamamo ene free ho e de ekoye nti yeda nyame asesa asomdwe etumi aba ewo ho mamemra studio ha na lawyer Gary ne mako mafo atena se honorable Kojo Edu Asare enso wa ha matenenka dada bebre na fe no Swagger General Gary mamema wa kwa be kai
ya obi e say
and as when you be say
ajay akuma kro ya chi obi unu be hu ni apanyi obi unu apanyi so ga na mani age na tititia na no emfie nai
yes
minim ne ba say so ga pajeti akra oh pajeti akra munyu chere akra fio oh munyu chere akra minim ka chere say na na ba ko to ye no
yes
ko ye ma NDC wan ti ase wani mi agi o ha saa ko wi ase no ko wi enne de menye na nhia amane ba wa ha no achi oba ya wasi o election no ye bese ye ma komisa declare maye we declare maye wi a de dum kane a pa cho teni o wasi ye pese wi mu ne ma election komisa declare election maye no declare maye wi a edum kane a obi eti kakane edum ana kane edum ana soga kane edum wotimi hu to kwa kwa na wo de ye akakeka ye na Ghana fo nyina ase oma sebe omo hunu mampanyi vision awotoma no oma amfu se ose ke kofa ewura mama sad ne ba awotoma no ye no mu nyina ase ebio ye na isi fo nso ase from the beginning of this process na ebetwa ekokania ebetwa ho sikan ebetwa ho mrante yebeye say register emaso ebaswa ejebeto Ghana ha election no emaso ebaso ebeye say ebi kurati omotiti yakoye registration kura sembe baba Ghana ha ekowi ase nyina no we go through this process yakọ yaba yakowie enne omampanyi e declare say on na ye president elect 51% and over if he say isi ayade Ghana for ayade anything for my idea mama a good run for our money because you see obi no credit back up I was not expecting President Mama or ex-President Mama to approve this kind of vote 47%. The Ghana for still be a bit of hold the papa is on some back. I say papa no ka say o so be me be no kro
47%
no be no kro because the course of my mu nyina na anu yi
ma men kai mo se mo a mo hwe o TV so no Kumasi feed na edaso nti supporters obviously of the NPP are edge one ani e wo Kumasi Bantama where Bantama High Street mo amunim ho no na omo edge o mani sa na enra nwumre ye ko ho na NMs we gauge atmosphere no e wo Kumasi Bantama High Street nti mo hwa you can please your eyes come back said enioma isi e koso e wo
na obi
yes Gary
mame na Kumasi for sepa if I Ashanti region entirely Ashanti region I was coordinator in Ashanti region
okay okay
na me share say the obusi ba bo be to aba no e boom say la so tie kakra we compare to the last 4 years na so tie kakra but omu che say party no party no ba kuma so party no mu dia na e be say we anado say on train hwa Ashanti region very well this term na omo here dey nyina onyema omo because omo nti da party ne wa ben mo very important and no man anti party near Bemo. Soga.
Now other regions.
Open the name call more. Because who said Nana election pass them to a by man and a year. And then call more. By and large, Mestre. Ghana phone in a massum yamra. Election your coy. In the Ghana for a contest of ideas. A contest in the Ghana for. We free here, one Ghana for one Ghana. We are saying majority they say almost say you are not to us. It doesn't mean there is no minority view. Yeah. Because when we lose here, also feelings. In your feelings. And the poem, and then we back some and the area some. But the best say, Obia Koye over jubilation. And man Koye say, it could be I say now you be here. Not fasting be a farmer. It could be a farmer. 47%. She said, "Omano, yeah divided." The last time the margin was much wider.
Because Obia crosses 6 million.
Exactly. Until measure say jubilation, no, yeah, measured. You tamper with the jubilation, no. But you should jubilate because election economy easy. Obi, they mean now for this.
Sure.
Me die for this. You call region, was already by you call in Yankoda. You bet the other by you call Yankoda. Collation yankoda e kwa yankoda you know ya bre but I just say adia ojo di pese Ghana for yen no eno na akoso de sia e de best say for now no ye major jubilation ba be jeni mum ba ye man ye major jubilation ba be jeni enye major na say ko yehi asa kutia wono na bokutia
na akofa nsema
na bokutia na afi bokutia na unuatia na ni bofu ni so ga de me no ni panyin no e panase if you call a restaurant and you call an fee, you know, yeah, 1 Ghana, yeah, 1 Ghana, you need 2 Ghana, yeah, 1 Ghana.
No.
And then, any who watch that, ABM, now, 47% also won't say yes.
They are coming close.
Each time they can come, especially so when you look at even the parliamentary results.
Yeah, you remember parliamentary,
tell you
something how close it is.
Yeah,
of course, as we speak, no. Reporters, electoral commission officer, bring some figures. We'll look at those figures. But Honorable Swagger General,
yes.
Before say, Akofa declaration na yedi enkomo mo issues and more about coalition in the BBA. The declaration has been made. We are told say more reps one national coalition center no are not around to even sign the declaration. A party position and someone sign.
Of course, sir, we can't catch ourselves. We are not in agreement with the figures they used to arrive at this
final result.
Language.
Final result.
A pure crime, pure fraud on the people of Ghana.
Oh,
what you say? Say
information.
No, I'm telling you. You see, the reason why.
So, okay.
The reason why. Whether we sign or not does not negate
double check.
Whether we sign or we don't sign, that's inconsequential on this table. My point is that no NDC person is happy with this result, especially knowing what we are holding in terms of figures. They went about. This is what Jean Mensah was appointed for. and he has come to execute it for Akufo-Addo. She's done a good job for Akufo-Addo. But the people of Ghana are not happy. Majority who voted massively for John Mahama, they are not happy. Because this is daylight robbery.
This election?
Pure robbery.
A gap of over 500,000.
Now, make Catro say, Nipa Baku to me, SSN 1 to 2. That is 10,000 votes from 17,000. Now, 20 or 1, no, or 2.
Oh, so that.
Oh, now,
please.
Gary,
but also be sad there. Now, what you to hobby? What you to hobby?
Because your reporters would tell you, say the new declaration forms surfaced in some of the polling centers. That is how come friends saying constituencies need be seen there. Yentimi and conclude on some of the constituencies.
They are not part of the declaration.
Do you understand? New declaration forms are agent Enimushi. They surfaced with military brutalities. Some have been shot. Some are dead. And I want to.
We've heard that.
Yes. How do you declare such a he said it was okay when people came and broke ballot boxes? In the case of the election itself, you saw people with ballot papers almost stamping. It was on video. You asked them, where did they even get the stamp now? And we did see a tree. And they told us, please. And you call this an election.
Great. Inti Abeka to say then
Obi. Abeka dia wo be pia to say ya eni dia o man for eni age enya asam ketua. Was to tie dia so aka ben kwa na man for de de sa no. Ni nyina ye MPP amanyo ko no ene na na dan kwa Akufo-Addo. Enkunim a won madi e wa abato a ye kokoto ye no emu na ebi mu hadum say me pese me no mo twetwe nkomo na ye fi hye ekwan a abato ye se de fi koye no o mani a afi adi apa ma na me akọ baba adi me ye wo so me na abato ye na abato ni de na obi na papa mo wa onwo de ni de o de koye me say abato no
evening dear. Oh, many I just say election for free and fair. Kasakasa bia anye nti wo ye constituency a. Ye bomb pipe na Addo aba. Onto aso mai. Enu na epe.
Na Obi, me hu ade ba ko ha mani age ho pa. Enye MPP amanyo ko ni mu fonko na. E wa ha se sie. NDC amanyo ko ni sumi enipa bi awa ha. Ata enkabam na wa ha tie no amuntu. Ata se enkomo. Na ya bisa almost say na abato yin so esi ekọ aye na na mu ehu no me ma baba me de abato no usu mo le say oh baby
okay ma yena echa ase e wa beka ohemen tewia nso agina koma ase ohemen otemenka akwaba
Abusia for no akaba eba bantima abontikasi so ena ebra MPP amanyokro no abato komisa mpani 42 just ape sa amanyokro no edi nkunim no ena o shase etisi monti so se oye dede edi a chere se ampa na na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo nkunim dia wadie no eye wonde yie edi ti o sha abonti ha ya edi pa wa ha nyina na omu wo mafie mu abato komisa mpani 42 just ape ena afi wa shase etisi monti so mo abaye dede awa ha na meka se nkranie dimade no ekwaso awa ha yie ya nipa wono mo ha no amewafo ani panifo na nrake nyina no watiasi amonti so na afei wɔyɛ dede ɛwɔ ha ɛni ti wɔn a wohu wɔn wɔ ha yi ɛyɛ nipa na anka abatɔ kɔmisa ɛnfa abatɔ nsunsun asɔ ntugya no wɔn ɛti si mɔnten soɔ na nka wɔn fie nanso ɛbrɛ abatɔ nsunsun asɔ.